Just when you thought the Meghan Markle saga couldn't get any more ridiculous, here we are. The self-proclaimed lifestyle guru and theme-loving breakfast chef has once again found herself at the center of a controversy. This time, what's causing the fuss? Of course, the St. Patrick's Day waffles she made and proudly showcased on Instagram. Who would have thought that a simple video of making waffles would spark such a commotion? Meghan Markle recently uploaded a video on Instagram showing herself enthusiastically making St. Patrick's Day themed waffles for her family. In the video, she cheerfully whisked a bowl of bright green batter before pouring it into what appeared to be a very fancy, brand new looking Cuisinart Pro WMK 200 Belgian waffle maker. But what's really going on behind the waffle making scenes? Many questions are beginning to arise. For anyone with a keen eye, something didn't seem quite right. Internet detectives with sharp eyes quickly noticed something very suspicious. The waffles served to Archie and Lilibet looked nothing like the ones that should have come out of that waffle maker. Why was this the case? What went wrong with the waffles Meghan made? According to waffle experts, Meghan's waffle maker should have produced deep textured waffles with distinct square sections. However, the waffles she served appeared flat and smooth, with no ridges or sections at all. It almost looked as if they weren't homemade but bought from a shop. How could Meghan Markle, the same person who claimed to seek a simpler life away from the limelight, be caught lying about waffles? It seems like a story that repeats itself, or at least one that revolves around Meghan Markle's aspirations. She seems to have trouble deciding whether she wants to be a highly polished, perfectly curated lifestyle brand or the ultra-relatable, messy just like us home cook. How, then, does she attempt to balance both roles when she herself appears confused? Meanwhile, Meghan's kitchen, which always looks dim and gloomy like the setting of a gothic novel, only adds to the oddness of her cooking videos. Why does it always seem like she's cooking in a cave every time she films in there? Why is there never any lighting to make the aesthetic appear brighter and more inviting? Is this intentional, to give a relatable vibe, or does it just make the video look more awkward? Even in a world of social media transparency, Meghan seems to be trapped by an overly curated image. Does she really want to show her true self as a mother cooking for her family, or is she more focused on the idealized image she's building online? Why does she feel the need to maintain this image? Even though the outcome looks like a little white lie, Meghan Markle might be trying to present herself as just a regular person, enjoying cooking for her family at home. But does it come across as authentic, or is it just part of her performance to gain public sympathy? Why does Meghan Markle feel the need to manipulate her public image on social media, even with little things like these fake waffles? What can we really learn from this incident? For some, it may seem trivial, but for social media observers, it serves as a clear example of how celebrities can get trapped in the false image they create. Isn't it ironic, considering Meghan often speaks about wanting a simpler life away from the spotlight? What's even more interesting is the fact that Meghan Markle doesn't seem to have learned from previous mistakes. How can she fail when it comes to consistency? If you want to present a perfect image on social media, make sure that little details, like the waffles you make, don't ruin everything. Did Meghan really think no one would notice the difference between homemade waffles and store-bought ones? Interestingly, even though this controversy is not as big as some of the other scandals in Meghan Markle's life, it is still very much being talked about. Why has a waffle caused so much confusion? Does this serve as evidence that, despite her efforts to appear simple and sincere, she remains trapped in a world where she struggles to present an authentic self? This may not be the biggest scandal in Meghan Markle's life, but it's certainly one of the silliest. Does it really matter if Meghan lied about the waffles? Perhaps not, but one thing is for sure: if you're going to play the social media game, make sure you cover up your little lies better, especially when it's something as simple as waffles.